Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. It's Mary Jane. So let's talk about the Supreme Court case. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of the baker. Here we go. The Supreme Court on Monday ruled in favor of a Colorado baker who had refused to create a wedding cake for a gay couple. The court decision was narrow and it left open the large question of whether a business can discriminate against a gay man and lesbian based on the rights protection by the First Amendment. Like, okay, what's really going on? So you see the baker in Colorado. I believe his name is Philip. Philip basically, was asked to make a cake for a gay couple, and it would have to have two men on the cake, just like you have a man and a woman on the wedding cake, and he refused to do it because of his religion belief, and he said he also refused making cakes for plenty of people before for Halloween and different things like that because he is religious. So I wonder, how did they find out or actually understand that he is religious? Does he go to church all the time? Does he pay his tithes? Is he registered church member, carrying card or whatever? So, in that situation, he was able to refuse on the grounds of his religion, and also that is artistic. He's using skill. He's using something that normal people can't do or have the ability to create wedding cakes like he does. So it's artistic as well. So he used his First Amendment rights and, to refuse to make the cake for the gay couple because he believes that it's against his religion. And so, yes, everybody has the right to, deny something, or if they don't want to do something because it violates their religion, it violates what they stand for. I totally get it. I totally understand that point and issue of him not wanting to do that because of his religious background, but it leaves the door open where now people can really discriminate against just the majority, especially discriminate against indigenous people, black people, and discriminate against more the LGBTQ community, because now you can say, oh, I have a religion. My religion says I don't serve black people. My religion say I don't serve fat people. My religion say I don't serve black women. I don't serve black men. I don't serve gay people. I don't serve this. I don't serve that. So now people can actually create religion because it's easy to create a religion. All you do is got to register, have a couple of members, and you can create a religion. And so, like, you think about the private sectors of business. You think about like hotel companies. You think about huge manufacturing company, truck driving companies, just huge organizations where they can go privatize and have a religion based, in their a mission statement, where now when you sign up to work for this company, it actually says, oh, we can't hire you because our religion doesn't allow us to be around Gentiles, doesn't allow us to be around Native Americans, doesn't allow us to be around gay people. And then so now you're going to see a lot of doors flood and open where people in their mind believe, okay, I don't want to serve you, I don't want to serve you, I don't want to serve you because of this and because of that. So you're going to see a lot of that. And then also, like, what about when they choose jobs? What about if the state becomes privatized? Different privatized companies like janitory companies, cleaning companies, if they become privatized and have a private owner where they say our religion says we can't hire immigrants, we can't hire anyone that's non like us or anyone that's not in our religion. So it opens up the door to for a lot of discrimination to go on. And it also reminds me of the time when, back in the day, not even too far back in the day, where, you had your white only water fountains, your white only restaurants. Black people had to go behind the restaurant and get served, or we had to sit on the back of the bus. Indigenous people, black people, and melanin people, you know what I mean? So it leaves the door open for a lot of that stuff from the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s to actually come back into play. And the things that they use to discriminate towards, black people, African Americans, indigenous people, and melanin people, they're using it now. And like this court decision, but I'm not saying the guy is like this hateful racial guy, Phillips, the guy that owns the bakery. But now this Supreme Court decision opens the door where there could be tons of discrimination going on, and can people actually refuse I'm I'm gonna refuse you because you're gay. I'm gonna refuse you because you're lesbian. I'm gonna refuse you because you're too short. I'm gonna refuse you because you're black. And I see it playing a lot out with race, and I see like this decision is going to open up doors. It's colleges, scholarship programs, where they say, well, and under our religious amendment rights, under our religious belief, we can't hire you because you came from an unwedded mother, or you are a bastard child. So I see so much stuff happening with this Supreme Court order that we don't know where it's going to go, because the Supreme Court didn't make it clear whether you can discriminate against basically being gay or being lesbian. And so now it just opens the door to a lot of different militias, a lot of different militant type of organization that have prestige and that have power and own like oil companies or own like gas stations. A gas company can actually refuse to hire certain people. So it seems like it's going to affect a lot of the common folk. It's going to affect the people of lower class. As far as money wise, you got the high class, the upper class, the lower class. Actually, when I say lower class, I mean you don't have so much economic wealth or economic variety around you. So it seems like this is going to open the door to a lot of bad things. But we understand the guy with his autistic rights. We understand that some people are really for this this judgment from the Supreme Court, because actually you have artists, you have singers that don't want to perform certain songs and want to do certain songs, and they are forced to do things that they don't want to. So now they can actually step back and say, hey, listen, I'm not going to perform for this venue because it's against my religion. So it might help in some aspects with people that have a big platform, that are very artistic, and also have a movement behind them where they can say, well, I want to work for this record label, but I don't want to perform at this event. I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that because it's against my religion's belief. So we'll see how it all plays out. How it's not really clear. They just ruled in the baker's favor, but it doesn't say, okay, so somebody can actually say we can discriminate against you because you are, homosexual, or you're in the LGBTQ community, or if you are minorities, or an indigenous person. It just seems like this is going to go crazy. So they're going to have to make it clear. And the most important thing is like these Supreme Court decisions are very important because they affect the rest of our life. Think about all the Supreme Court decisions and can they be overturned? And it looks like it could a lot of Supreme Court decisions can overturn, other Supreme Court decisions, because now, you also have, Trump in office, and he's putting put people in the Supreme Court where, they can change over, Roe versus Wade, abortion, so many different, oh my goodness, things that they can turn over, because the Supreme Court is, when you get seated on the Supreme Court, that's for life until you die or until you retire. So these Supreme Court decisions, we got to really keep an eye on it, because, we can start seeing a lot of cases overturn different judgments, and then overall they make the big decision and the big judgment where it's the land of the law. So peace and out, one love. And now I don't like this decision. And only reason why I don't, because I see it opening the door to affect a lot of people, where people can just rudely, they already, don't want to rent to you, don't want to give you loans, especially if you're indigenous or you melanin, you deal with this type of racism. And now if they have this platform where they can say, I can use my religion to rebuke you and to make sure that I don't have to do business with you, or you need to go up these different steps and these different ladders, and I can refuse to let you go up these different steps and ladder because you don't have the same belief as me. All you got to do is privatize the company, or create an admission statement or a contract when you get hired that you have to follow these religions' belief, and if you don't, you can't work here. So it seems like it's going to be a lot of maneuvering with it, because now you also have the Baker Phillips saying his autistic. So can someone say that owns a candy store, I'm autistic in this candy store, the way I design things and the candy that I make, that I don't want to serve you because it's my religion's belief not to be around people that does not believe the same way I believe. So let's just keep an eye on it. Peace. I'm out. One love.